All the ladies, help me out. Come on now, all the ladies. Hey guys, all right. So I thought I would just do this little intro, if you like. Now, I'm 42. My name is Richu. So if you've just stumbled across this video, I am a health, fitness, and nutrition coach for women who are approaching 40 or already in their 40s. And I am on Instagram. So if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, you can find me on there. Just type Coach Richu and you will see all my wonderful short form tips and tricks, etc. So let's kind of get to why I've done this video. So firstly, it's been a while since I've created or come on YouTube and done a little something. I've been creating content for my clients, for the ladies that I coach. So I do a lot of videos on here for them. And of recent, I've actually hidden a lot of them. I want to talk to you directly, right? I don't want you to come to my page and there just be like a whole load of noise and you're not really sure what's going on. So we can save that for if and when you decide or we decide to work with one another. Again, you have a look at my Instagram page, see what I've got to offer, etc., and see some of my transformations as well. So, yeah, today is, I guess, my favorite for today is if I was turning 40, which I'm 42 right now, but if I was to turn 40 again, here is exactly what I would stop wasting my time on. So, let's kind of maybe start off with, let's say that you're mid to late 30s right now and you've got a big 40th birthday coming up. Maybe it's even slapping you in the face a little sooner than that. Maybe it's like you're turning 40 in the next, I don't know, 6 months or 9 months or something. Maybe it's like beginning of next year or towards the end of this year. And already you are thinking about how you want to celebrate. It's a big milestone. Whether you're going to go on holiday for it or you're going to throw a party here, I think it's a really key milestone that I've definitely seen a lot of the girls in sort of this age group, my age group, we've all kind of done something to kind of really mark that 40th milestone. I threw a party myself. I threw a party and I actually booked a photo shoot that occurred directly after my birthday. So I did do a prep. My birthday's in like March, and so I did a prep back in the January of that year, and then I kind of had this target in mind. I did sort of Christmas, New Year's out the way, and I was like, right, for my 40th birthday, I want to look in sick, insane shape, and I booked a photo shoot, and I hadn't done a photo shoot for like 5 or 6 years. So, up until that point. So for me, it was a big thing. And I dialed in. And here's definitely what I didn't do. I, so like I said, I had like a good, what is that, January, February, March, about 3 month stint until the actual photo shoot, which I booked for around mid-April. And then my birthday is like bang in the middle of March. I threw a party at home and although I had this sort of, I guess, routine for those 3 months, I also ensured I took my actual birthday day and the party off from this. So I had a lot more flexibility around that. Um, I also stopped drinking, which was like I guess, a big deal, right? Because then it was, I don't really, or I was starting to reduce my alcohol intake, certainly. So I think on my actual 40th birthday, I think someone had given me like a spritzer, like a white wine spritzer, so like wine and lemonade or something. And I literally just had that to take a picture with. And then that was it. And then it was quite like party was at home. And then I know that like my brother was really busy, so he came saw me in the evening as sort of everyone was kind of like, you get the stragglers hanging around. And I think maybe at that point I might have had a shot of, I want to say dark spiced rum or something. But yeah, I don't drink. I actually stopped drinking in my 40th year. And yeah, I just decided it wasn't really worth it anyway. But let's get back to what I would do or what I would stop wasting time on if I was going to turn 40. So if that 40th birthday was about to hit me again in the next 6 to 9 months or 3 months, as I've said, I would definitely not do cardio. I wouldn't kind of just go, oh my God, I need to just do loads of cardio or waste my time on any like fat burners and stuff. Even when I competed in bikini bodybuilding, I did not take fat burners. I stuck to a fucking calorie deficit. I did have cardio, but cardio was in there strategically, and it was there to kind of offset the calorie intake, if you like. So rather than ramping my calories all the way down, it allows you to have a buffer of calories. Again, you can prioritize those calories towards protein, and then in terms of the cardio, it was steady state. It was real low level. And that was, again, I'm saying when I did my bikini comp preps, that was, we're talking like 10 years ago, 8, 10 years ago. And even back then, I guess people weren't really like fixated on steps and stuff. But when I did my 40th birthday, I didn't do any cardio. I focused on steps. I think I set myself cardio in the beginning and I decided that I absolutely hated it and I found it really boring. So I stuck with resistance training. Which takes me on to my next point. I would not be doing random classes. And look, classes are great because you've got like a community of people. You're more likely to stick to it, which is good. It can help with motivation. You don't have to think about what you're doing. You can go in and just randomly do these workouts. However, there's no room for progression. You are doing the same shit day in and day out every single time. We need progressive overload. We need progression. We need to challenge our muscles, not just move. We're not just trying to move right now. That alone is not going to save you. And it's definitely not going to give you the body that you want at 40. You need to do the ugly. You need to make some ugly faces in the gym and lift some weights. Okay. That's what's going to get you there. And working on progression. And again, this is exactly what I do with my clients as well. I set them a workout, whether that's at home or for the gym. They go and they perform that and they understand that they need to get progressively better at the thing. Zumba ain't going to do it and body pump is not going to do it. Body pump is really weird, right? Because I mean, that's a class and you think, oh, it's got weights in. Oh, I'm lifting heavier. But typically for body pump, you'll have to guess and pick a set of weights to stick on your bar, and you do it for time against music. So you're working endurance. You might feel sore after, but you're actually working the endurance system. And you are not working in a what we would call a hypertrophy zone in order to ensure that the weight is relative to the weight to the reps that you're doing to get that actual load and get the muscles actually challenged. And also you'll be doing like a barbell row straight into a squat, into a back squat, and then straight into, I don't know, a bicep curl. How can you use the same set of weights for everything? And it might go with the song and the music, and everyone's doing it for 4 minutes, but it's not enough, girls. I'm sorry. Um, which takes me to next point. So again, the classes do give you motivation. They won't give you progression. And you might go, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that's what I need. Unfortunately, motivation or looking for it, because I do get girls in my DMs and they say to me that they are just following me purely for motivation. I don't do stuff because I'm motivated. I do stuff because it's hard, it's uncomfortable, it forces growth as well. If I were to just rely on motivation, I would just be sat here like a sack of potatoes, waiting and wishing and hoping for it to happen. Motivation isn't the thing that gets us up in the morning. It is something called responsibility. So you have a responsibility for this vessel, for this body, to take ownership and do something about it. And this goes beyond aesthetics, right? Beyond looking great for your 40th. It's also banking on you and backing yourself to know that you are going to be strong as you get older in in the decades to come, and metabolically healthier as well. So, again, the research around that is the resistance training and strength training can really help the offset or the occurrence of cardiovascular diseases, obviously obesity, and also type 2 diabetes. Because, yeah, if you've got issues with the diabetes factor, you've got whether it's insulin resistant or you have excess blood glucose levels, your muscles act like a sponge. They are there to utilize the energy uptake. So really important. And also, on the basis of that, if we think about, as we kind of go fuck motivation and we go yay to responsibility, then we also have to say yeah to consistency. Along with consistency, I think there is an element of not being hard on yourself. Like, if you do have a shit weekend or there's a period of time in your life that's not quite going right, you're not going to ruin it all. I've been there of recent, very recently. The last couple of months have definitely been challenging for me. Challenging in terms of a motivation aspect, challenging in terms of time wise, because I am there were a lot of things going on emotionally and then just also personally in my personal life as well. So it was hard. And that's the thing. If there was an off day, it doesn't mean that I've completely fucked it all. I'm still alive. I've still got muscle. So really, this is my period now to kind of get back in it and get back on that trajectory. And I have been training in between, but I've been training, I'd probably say when I was sort of like in the roughest part of it, I was training twice a week. And as I kind of got back in and gradually got myself back on this planet, it's kind of gone more to three times a week, and it's been really good. So I've been enjoying it again. You sort of start to learn and connect with your body again. And finally, I would stop wasting time on trying to weigh less. Okay, now I get it that you rather than trying to get stronger. And the reason why I say this, if you do have 6 to 9 months to 2 years to whatever, if you're like 35, for example, stop trying to tackle weight loss right now. Get stronger first. Build the muscle, build that, and then you can take yourself into a cut once you are ready. And the cut is not 6 months long. Again, it might need to be depending on what your starting point is, but you don't need to spend the next 4 years just dieting hard. Like, there needs to be waves of understanding when you are coming into build phases, where you are coming into maintenance, where you are considering how this is going to kind of work within normal life as well. And yeah, I think it's a big part of that is like on your mindset as well, because if you are currently just constantly going, oh my God, I need to get this weight target, I need to do this weight target. What are you doing for that? Is your mind, are your actions driven on eating less? Are your actions on doing more cardio? Are your actions on burning more calories and doing more classes? That's what we need to think about. And if you focus your attention on getting stronger, then actually you start to fill your cup. You start to obsess less over the calories and you start to think about increasing the protein first. Have something that once you do strip away the fat, you've got something to show for it. And this is not to say that you're going to come shreddy and whatever, or manly, for example. No, it's the muscle that helps accentuate and build your curves. Everyone at the moment is obsessed with, I don't know, glutes or maybe like smaller waists. Well, for your glutes, you've got to build them. You've got to pack on some muscle. You can't expect that you're going to just like shrink, eat less, and no, your bum's going to go, honey. Aside from that as well, building your shoulders can give you and your lats can give you the illusion of a smaller waist. Okay, no amount of crunches and abs and all of that is going to suddenly create an atrophy in that area. It's not going to happen. If you were to create an atrophy around your midsection, yeah, you might have some issues. I'm not saying you're guaranteed, but you might start finding you're actually getting weaker around that area. So it's really important that when we are building and we are thinking about waist and core, we're building a strong core as well, because this is the stuff that helps keep our body resilient as well. We could relate it to back pain if we want. We could relate it to knee pain, for goodness sake. The point is that we need to be strong. So I get it. At 42 right now, everything that I've told you so far, the stuff that I wouldn't waste my time on, and the stuff that I certainly do, these are the things that have changed my body when I wasn't feeling my most sexy, right? They were boring, but they were repeatable and honest and real habits that I could build. I hope you've enjoyed this from me today. I promise I'm going to be doing some more weekly YouTubes. Again, if you're only here on YouTube, you don't know about my Instagram, go and find me on Instagram, Coach Richu. I will share more there as well. You get a bit more of a real life day to day of what's going on my stories. Again, sharing actionable things on my reels and carousels, etc. Maybe sharing some more testimonials and stuff as well. And of course, my DMs are, you're always welcome for a chat if you need any advice. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.